First find of the day. Can you see it? Can you spot the find? That a very quiet foreshore today. No Kiara, no storm Kiara, no storm Porhi or anything else. Just the sunshine for a change. But sometimes a storm can actually bring good finds anyway, so we can't complain. So I think it's a button there. Looks like it might have been damaged. Yeah, that's a joke there. And don't know, it looks like one of those coat of arms buttons, maybe military. Yeah, I can see the crest there. Yeah, not a bad start. Spot the find. Right, it's there, and it's my first ring of the year. Hooray! So I'm really pleased. As you know, I really like my rings from the foreshore, and here's the first one of the year. I'm well pleased with that. Nice one. Don't think it's gold, but you know what? It doesn't matter. A ring is a ring, and you know, it makes me really happy when I find one. So I'll give it a wash now. Buzz, it's buzzy now. Yeah, because I found this ring here. It doesn't really matter if it's not a gold ring. Can't see any hallmarks there. and tarnish around there as well. So I don't think it's gold, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because a ring is a ring. The joy of finding a ring, and the first one of the year. Thank you, Thames foreshore. Thank you, Father Thames. The ring is not gold. The ring is not very old. The ring is not a Tudor ring as it has been suggested by members of these groups here on the screen. The ring is a modern ring, but I'm absolutely 100% happy with it. I've been asked to show some of the rings I have found on the River Thames foreshore. I can't really go through the entire 61 rings I think I have found, but I have selected a few that I can actually present and just say something about some of these rings. This ring here is quite special, not because it's a gold ring and not because it's an emerald ring with diamonds, and not because it's made in Birmingham in 1975. It's quite special because that was the very first ring I have found on the River Thames. A copper alloy with vines and grapes engraved, dated 18th century, 19th century. (925) silver ring, possibly made in the continent, with a diamond on the surface, as you can see there. There are no dates marked on the ring, so I can't give it a precise date, but I would say it's a fairly modern ring. Lina or Lina. The date is 24th of February 2009, and it also says number 4 / ever, forever. It's white gold, made in Birmingham in 2009. Here is another silver ring, a quite chunky silver ring. My guess is that it was made in the Middle East. Gold plated, possibly early 1900s, late 1800s. Another gold-plated ring with the word Mispah, which means in Hebrew, watchtower, an emotional bond between two people. They first came about in the 1850s, but experienced a revival in the early 1900s, when men were leaving their families to fight in the Great War, World War I. It's probably 1900 or late 1800s. Here is a 1900 ring with the stone engraved with the 7 sealed symbols. The British Museum hold a similar ring in their collection. More information on the seven seals symbols at this address here. Here is a very controversial ring in my view. It's a World War I German Iron Cross 800 stamp silver ring. How did that end up on the Thames foreshore? Soldiers were not allowed to bring souvenirs back to this country. A signet ring, probably dated 19th century, copper alloy. A similar style with a heart engraved. An Edwardian gold ring made in London in 1909. Several identical engraved symbols around the ring, but I'm not quite sure what they represent. Here is another controversial ring because of the style of this brass ring, which reminds of an early Viking, early Saxon design. The Museum of London kept the ring for quite some time. When I had the ring back, it was identified as 1800 or early 1900. Iron cast signet ring with a noticeable silver line solder repair on one side of the ring. A skull ring. This ring is a bit of a mystery because no specific date was given to it, so it's unknown in date. Looks like an Oyster card for London transport. This is of September. There's another Tobias. There you are, if you know this person, Tobias. Expiry day 30th of September. Okay, hasn't been a bad day today. Sunshine is bringing good finds. There, I think it's a medal. Yeah, I think the loop is up there. It's not very easy to see whether it's been damaged or not. Let's give it a quick wash. do like finding rings, medals, because they are very personal. We don't actually know the last time someone wore a ring or a medal and why the medal ended up here on the Thames foreshore. So I quite like the story behind it, but we will never know. I can maybe see some details there, but it doesn't look like silver, but again it doesn't really matter. It is a medal after all, so it used to belong to someone. So I'll stop cleaning here and then I'll show more photos later. Just found it looks like a maybe a badge. Looks like a bow. Can you see it? There. Yeah, it's like a brooch. And that's the attachment there. Let's give it a bit of a wash. Just here. We don't waste any time because the tide is coming in quite fast now. There we go. I've got David here with me. Hello, David.
Hello.
What have you found today?
Well, one very macabre sheep skull. Which,
Well, Friday the 13th is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
These don't actually survive very well, and this one could be a post-medieval one or whatever because of the condition. And the other things I found today are two really nice clay pipes. One is
very nice.
One is the Illuskillen
Oh yeah.
from Derry.
And the marks over there.
Yeah. 19th century.
That's beautiful.
The other one is a nice, simple, plain design, but still a nice 19th century pipe.
Oh, very nice indeed, David. You did better than I did today.
The other thing found today is 18th century Delft tile in manganese. It would have been a boating or a lake scene. You could have got one boatman there.
Well, I'm sure Richard Henry, professor, would like that one.
The other things today found, fragment of another pipe, the leaf design. Another pipe. 18th century pipe, 19th century pipe bowl, marble, and
that's it.
And a couple more things, some coins, a key.
50p there.
It's just a standard 50 pence.
Alright, okay.
Bits and pieces, and one French coin.
Lovely. Okay, Dave, thank you. Let me go and see Lucas, who is over there. Hi Lucas, what did you find?
Hey, Tobias. So this is my yield from today.
Bloody hell,
a lot of rubbish.
Yeah.
Plastic litter to throw away.
Well, we can go to
I've
Portugal
got some
Road.
modern coins, and I'll show you a few bits in a moment.
Okay.
So this is all the modern coins.
Well, I'll get you. I'll leave you to get all your things out, and then I'll restart. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I'm now going back to see Lucas, who is there with Andrew. Hi Lucas, what did you find?
Hey Tobias, come have a look.
Yeah.
Come and have a look. Come and have a look.
Wow.
A lot of rubbish, obviously. But look at this. This is some silver coin. I think this is George.
Definitely silver. mind if I have a look?
Yeah, go have a look.
I've got the camera.
Made into some kind of jewelry kind of thing.
Oh, I like this.
I think it's George the Third.
Let's see, look at this one.
I think it's George the Third.
To be honest, I can't really see. Very hard to see. So it's being made to a model. Yeah, it's George III. I can see the portrait there facing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Lovely one. Well done. Okay. What else?
Okay. So here are some other beauties.
You did well, didn't you?
I like this one. I think this is British West Indies Company or regiment. British West Indies Regiment. So military
Very
hat,
nice.
cup badge.
Might be a date there somewhere. That's really nice.
There's some button here. Just I can see only written London.
Oh yeah, it's great. Nice one.
Another button here. This one's got like a dragon or cat.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah. Okay, and anything else?
Thimble.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I need to say I was expecting the tide to be much lower, but it seems that this is the trend these days. You know,
Yeah, then you have some
Georgian coins.
there.
This one part of the, I don't know, something.
Look, probably a cloth winder.
Another button.
Another button there. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
your find of
that's
the day is definitely that silver
And
jewel.
maybe one day we can play poker. With all of these.
Wow. And that's all from now, yeah? Plus that.
Yeah.
Plus this.
This is
Okay.
all rubbish is going to the rubbish.
Yeah. Nice watch. Might be able to.
Nah.
And then you found the this camera here with
Yeah, there is a memory card here.
a memory card.
Just 4 gigabytes, so I don't think there will be too
You might
much
be able
stuff
to
there,
find
but
who that thing belongs to.
yeah. But look. Ta-da.
And then you also found two more
Oh, this is just a
knife handles.
knife handle
That's really
or
good,
fork
yeah.
handle.
Yeah, that should be.
Bone.
You can fix that. You can glue that. Could be quite a nice one.
Do you want these ones? I just don't have a patience and place and time to.
Did you
I
find
forgot
that?
to show you this fork with the bone handle.
Oh, Graham would really like that.
Yeah.
Can I see the base? Yeah.
I just don't have a patience to. I know that it's gonna fall apart, so it
No,
needs
you won't actually if you
put it
if
in
you
the
zap it.